Hi ladies, it's Karen, and I have a couple of quick shares for you this morning. This first one is a tag, as you can see. It is like a vintage romantic type tag, or at least that's what I meant it to be. I used cardboard for the base of my tag, and I used my Tim Holtz Sizzix die tag and book plate tag die. So I believe this is a size 8 tag. So the first thing I did, of course, is I tore some of the paper back on the cardboard here and over here, and then I painted the base of the tag, you know, sporadically with gesso, and put gesso over here. And I just love it when the corrugation from the cardboard is showing. And then I edged the tag with some vintage photo and also some of the Victorian Velvet Distress inks. Then I used this music paper, the vintage music paper that I'd gotten from Lydia in a rack. Thank you, Lydia. And I cut my tag, you know, I cut a tag out of the vintage paper, and then I tore it accordingly to the, you know, so that these corrugated spaces would show. I used a little bit of the Tea Time paper by Prima over here, and I laid that down, and then I layered the music paper over it. So it's just peeking through because I've layered over a lot of it, but there you go. The image is an image that Alex, she's Mrs. McCabe's Scraps, had shared with me, and it's really sweet, this vintage woman. So I distressed the edges of her, and I just used the vintage photo to distress the ends. I used some of the doily from Julie the Paper Bag Lady, and I cut it so that a piece of the doily would show here and over here, just to give it a soft look. And then I had curled these ends, you know, over, and in this side over here, I took a corner of a doily that I had already cut up, and I just kind of scrunched it and tucked it in there. Let's see if I could share that with you. And I just kind of tucked it, you know, underneath the paper there. This here's a Recollections flower, and I folded it in half and tucked it under as well. And this small piece of brown lace, really pretty. I believe that's Prima lace. I had gotten that from my local scrapbook store when it was open. That's real sweet. I used a cardboard reinforcer, you know, how it cuts out the reinforcer when you do the tag. So I just used that, and I had gone over it with gesso, and I also stamped it. And I did a little bit of stamping over here, although you may not be able to tell, using a heart with a crown on it. Then down here, this is a Wild Orchid Crafts really pretty rose right here. Let's put it, see if it won't sit. Wild Orchid Crafts really pretty rose here, and these two on the side are from Recollections, or, you know, from the $2 bin at Michael's. The small little red one here and the one up here is from my stash. And then there's a little flower and leaf metal charm piece that I tucked in there. And this is a heart embellishment. I believe it's Recollections. I'd received that in one of my little doodad bags in a rack, and the bling is Want to Scrap, from Want to Scrap. I just snipped a piece. The love stamp is, I believe it's a Prima stamp, and I just cut the paper into a banner and went over it with Victorian Velvet Distress ink, and, you know, cut it into a banner and adhered it that way. And down here in the corner, I tucked another Recollections little pink flower, folded it and tucked it in there as well. I went over everything with some gesso, and I went over this flower with some stickles. If you could see that, I don't know. But yeah, I kind of distressed everything with some gesso on my finger and just, you know, went over it to give it a washed, worn look. And on this beaded trim here is from Joann, and I laid, it's actually 2 rows. I laid a strip of that beaded trim, and then I laid another strip of the beaded trim. And then I used my tea time paper and papered over it. And then this is lace that I had in my stash, and these 2 pieces of seam binding I dyed using my my Glimmer Mist and my Lindy Stamp Gang, this brown and this maroon reddish type brick color, I guess it is. And then I tied them both off with some more seam binding and made a bow, and then adhered this resin rose from Recollections and put the garment pin in and used the key charm. So that's basically it. I thought it came out, you know, sweet, and I really love that image. So that's one project. And then I made a few bottle caps, and you know, nothing really special, but this is using the Kane Company Valentine's paper. I forgot the name of the stack, but that's that one. This is using the Kane Company paper as well, but I used the Prima Stamp and Stamped Love, and then I put these tiny little pearls in there before adding my glossy accents. Came out really sweet. This is a bottle cap that I flattened myself, and again, this is Prima Tea Time paper back here, and this is a Hero Arts, I believe a Hero Art stamp. I can't remember. Maybe it is Prima. Anyway, I stamped it with my brown StazOn, and it didn't stamp real well, but I went over it with my glitter gel pen and then put the glossy accents on, and it came out really sweet. Now it has a reddish tint to it, so I'm really happy with how that one came out. And then this one is one of the bottle caps that I'd gotten at Hobby Lobby. I flattened it through my, what do you call it? What do you call the Sizzix machine? Sorry. And anyway, so that's an image from the Tea Time paper. And I went over it with my glitter gel pen, so it had a little bit of sparkle. And when it dried, I added the jump ring and this Prima embellishment here from the Craftsman collection. So that's cute. And then this one is from I think it's called Love You paper stack that you can find at Hobby Lobby. It's from the Paper Studio. So I used this little section of it where it says Love You, and I just punched a hole in it and put this. It's actually an ornament left over from Christmas, but I thought it looked really sweet there. Yeah, so I punched these holes using my Crop-A-Dile, you know, even after the glossy accents, with no problem at all. So those are my quick shares for today, and this tag is actually going to Elizabeth Beady Bomb Bomb here on YouTube. We're on that one-on-one swap, and I'm sending this one to her as well because I am not sure how she feels about Twilight, so I'm sending her both of them. So I probably won't post this until after she's received my package. So anyway, thanks for watching, ladies. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.